Hey folks, Jeff from Corrugated Cavalier here. Just a quick video about my continuing journey into Bolognese. I am currently working through Giovanni della Gocchie and I just got to the sword and dagger section. So this is not a Bolognese pairing dagger by any means. This is the Todd Workshop antenna dagger that I have a review of up there, but it's what I've got, so this is what I'm going to use. Something that I noticed at the very beginning of the dagger section is he says, I'll teach you how to position your dagger as you step through the guards. That immediately clicked something in my head. There is kind of a short solo form in the sword alone chapter that we often refer to as stepping in the guards, because I believe that's the heading, actually, of that section. So I was like, I wonder if this has anything to do with it. Keep looking a little further. The sword guards that he mentions are the same, and he tells you which accompanying dagger guards to use with them. And then I looked further, and the order is exactly the same as the stepping in the guards kind of solo form as well. So this is a bit speculative. It doesn't say anywhere that it is the same and that you should do that form with dagger, but it seems like a logical pedagogical step to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and we're gonna go through it step by step, and then I'll show the whole thing. So, the first position in stepping in the guards after you do reverso tondo and squalimbro, you're in coda lunga stretta. And Giovanni della Gocchie says if your sword falls into coda lunga stretta, in the same tempo, put your dagger into cinghiale porta di ferro alta. So this is my interpretation of that, because when I'm in cinghiale porta di ferro with the sword, it's on the inside of my knee and it's angling towards the opponent. So what I'm doing is this. I could also see something like this being accurate as well. This is what I'm going with for now. So in the same tempo, we go here. And then he says if your sword falls into cinghiale porta di ferro, which, guess what? That's the next step in stepping in the guards. Then the dagger should be in guardia di testa, which is up here. Okay, cool. So far, so good. And after that, he says if your sword falls into cinghiale. After that, he says if your sword falls into porta di ferro stretta, which is what happens next after a tramazzone, then the dagger should go into coda lunga alta. Coda lunga alta, I am just going kind of on the outside of the knee of whatever side the dagger is on, and my porta di ferro alta will just be on the inside of that knee. That's how I'm interpreting it. Okay, so we're here in porta di ferro stretta and coda lunga alta with our dagger, and then our next move is going to take us into coda lunga alta, which he says if your sword is in coda lunga alta, the dagger should be in porta di ferro alta. So this is where we are now. Okay? Then he says if your sword goes into guardia di alicorno, which is what happens next, then the dagger should be in cinghiale porta di ferro stretta. So it should look like something like this. And this is where his advice ends. However, the rest of the form uses the same guards, so you can pair them equally. So here, what happens is an imbroccata, thrust and imbroccata, and you end in porta di ferro stretta, so your dagger should go into coda lunga alta, by my presumption. And on the reverse, we're going to go into coda lunga alta, so my dagger should be in porta di ferro alta, that's what he said before. And I'm going to tramazzone into porta di ferro stretta, so my dagger should be in coda lunga alta. I'm going to do another tramazzone into cinghiale porta di ferro, which means my dagger should be in guardia di testa. Finally, I'm going to reverso, falso, squalimbro, and end in coda lunga stretta with my dagger in cinghiale porta di ferro alta. So the whole sequence would look something like this. So like I said, this is a bit speculative, but it seems like a logical pedagogical step here. You're doing something you already know with the sword and adding in just guard transitions with the dagger, which are kind of actions in themselves, right? But it's nothing too active or fancy with the dagger. It gets you thinking about your left hand because the sword part should be already close to automatic. So I think it is a logical step, and it's kind of fun to do anyways. I'm going to try to do it one more time, faster, and see how it goes. Alright, well, there you have it. Thank you all for coming by the channel. Please click like, subscribe, comment down below with your thoughts on this or any questions you might have. Share this around to people who might find it interesting. Be good to each other, and ciao.